I'm Curtis Sear. I'm glad you are visiting us here at the Data Crunch Corporation. I'm assuming because you're looking for value from your data, either in an AI project or in a data visualization project, or maybe just cleaning up your data processes. All of those things are amazing things, and they can provide an immense amount of value for your company. I've been in this business for over 10 years, and over I see that there's a certain process and certain things that you need to follow to be able to get value from your data and get it quickly. There's also some pitfalls that I've noticed that people tend to fall into that stop them from getting that value. So I want to go over a few of those things today so that you'll be able to see in your organization how you could approach a data project, either visualization or AI or machine learning, in a way that it'll get you value quickly and you can iterate on that. So when we start working with clients, typically the conversation always starts with data visualization because that's what people know. They know they need reports, they know they need insight, and so they tell us, can you build some dashboards for us? And yes, we can, but we always want to shift that conversation first to what are the actions that you're going to take based on the insights that you want to get? And what's the business value attached to those actions? You have to start there if you're going to correctly scope a data project. So we talk about priorities, we talk about actions that you are going to take as a result of this data work that we're doing, and what is the attached business value to those actions. Once we understand that, we can then look back at the data visualizations and say, okay, these are the kinds you may need. This is the insights that you're going to need. And then we can go back from that and think about the data that you currently have in your company and the processes around that data. How are you processing it? How are you storing it? How are you thinking about it? And maybe there's other data sources that you need to tap into that you don't have access to yet. So all of that is going to be the foundation work for the visualizations, which then helps you take action and get business value. There's a lot there to uncover. So to better understand this, we need to understand where your company is on the analytics maturity ladder for each of these three aspects. So let's look at data preparation first, because that's the foundational piece. Now, a lot of companies are stuck on rung number one of the ladder, and that is they have spreadsheets locked in people's desktops and other people's computers, and they kind of go through this manual process of sifting through the data, adding some formulas, cutting and pasting, all these kinds of things to try to get some valuable insight out of it. That's a really bad place to be because that invites a lot of human error. It invites a lot of getting wrong reports and spending a lot of time going back and figuring out what went wrong and why things aren't matching up. And it's just not a good place to be. So we want to take you from that. If things are lacking in spreadsheets, we need to take you up the ladder, one rung, to a place where you actually have maybe a database in the cloud. You have some SQL scripts or some Python scripts that are working against that data to take it through a pipeline that's automated or scheduled. And so you can start to have some of these processes and a schema for your data where you can understand it better. And that's going to help you immensely. That's almost a transformational shift from being in spreadsheets, just that step alone. And then once you're there, we can even take that a step further and get you to where you have fully automated pipelines. So that is everything is running in the cloud or on-premise, but in a database structure, you have scripts running against those things on an automated fashion. There are quality assurance tasks and scripts that are checking everything to making sure, that the data comes in under reasonable parameters, that there aren't any anomalies or any of these kinds of things. And then you have everything automated. It doesn't take any of your time, and you can be assured that the data that's coming through is ready for analytics, it's accurate, and it's well understood. That is an awesome place to be. And if you can get there, you are better than probably 99% of the companies out there. Huge competitive advantage. So that's data preparation and processes. Let's talk a little bit about the visualization, because once your data is ready to be visualized, then we need to do that. So the bottom rung of this ladder is people looking at tables of numbers. They're looking at spreadsheets. They're trying to pull insights out of that. That's really hard for us as humans to process tables and tables of numbers. So we need to bring that up a step and get some visualizations and get some reports, maybe some dashboards with some interactivity so that you can drill into the data in a way that makes sense to you so that you can get at the insights that you want and that you need to run your business. And this is going to help you immensely to really see things about your business that you couldn't see before because it was just too hard to sift through all the numbers. Now, once you have that, we could take you to the next step where we actually have algorithms and machine learning running against your data and making automated decisions for you. Now, there is some upkeep there. You have to make sure that the models are running accurately and they're not sort of losing accuracy over time. But this is a great way to scale certain decisions that would be very tedious for a human to make. So this could be natural language processing, looking at documents and making decisions from those documents or extracting information from those documents. It could be image processing, extracting information from images or video. It could be predictive forecasting of sales, or looking at a supply chain and seeing where things are. All these kinds of things are things that machine learning and AI can really help with. So once we have that, we then look at the actions that you are going to take as a result of all this effort that we've put in. Now, a lot of people are down again at the bottom rung where they aren't making any decisions based on data, or even worse, they're making decisions based on wrong data. Definitely don't want to be there. And this could be because they either don't have the foundational systems and visualizations that we just talked about, or it could be they're not willing to listen to the data and look at it and make decisions based on it. There's too many politics, there's too many assumptions that people think are true, and they're not willing to let go of those things. So you need to really make sure that you not only have the data systems and the visualizations and the algorithms in place, but you have the will, either political or the business will, to be data-driven and to look at the data and make decisions based on that. That's rung number 2. So you have some of these visualizations, you can make strategic decisions as a team and as an individual for your company and move things forward based on reality and based on what you're seeing in the data. And a step above that, again, is having algorithms make decisions for you. So this could manifest itself in a lot of different ways. For example, it could be a scoring algorithm that's looking at leads coming in and saying, hey, sales team, here are the best possible leads to follow up with. And by the way, here are some things that you need to say in the conversation to make it productive. Lots of examples here that we could go into, but for this video, I just wanted to give you a sense of how we look at companies and how we look at projects. And so that you can look at your company and think, where could I get the most value from my data? Now, we do strategy calls with companies. We'll jump on a call with you, learn your business and learn what your priorities are, and we'll offer suggestions about how we could get to business value quickly. Now, when you're scoping a project like this, you always want to start small. Think big, start small, because these types of projects have a way of just expanding out of control and you never actually get to value. There's a lot of activity going on, you're burning through lots of hours, but you're never getting to value. So we really want to tighten the scope on these projects, define what the business value is that we want, and define the steps we need to get there, and get there as fast as possible to prove business value. And from there, you can keep expanding and adding more value as you go. So please get in contact with us. We'll sit down and have a strategy call with you and think through these things and help define a path to value for you in an AI or data visualization project. If you'd like us to help implement that, we can then move forward and help you get there as fast as you can. We have an agile team with lots of skills on board, whether you need AI or data visualization or data prep and cleaning or overall planning, project management. We have all that taken care of. We can come in and be your analytics team and figure all of this out for you, or we can supplement your current team, whatever your needs may be. So please get in contact with us and we'd love to have a chat with you.